Alrighty. Coming to you live on the on 4G, that's what I'm thinking. On the 4G network, because there's no internet here, at Collins Bowladrome, Billerica, Mass. Spoiler, Watch Me Suck at Bowling was done here. So September, you know where they're coming from. And all I'll say is I threw some balls and some pins fell. Sometimes very well, sometimes not so much. I'm gonna attempt to fill 12. You know, it's really hard to come back after being away because of the pandemic. And throwing duck pin balls, it's much harder, even though the difference between 2.7 ounce candle pin ball and a 3 pound 10 ounce ball doesn't seem like much. Constantly throwing them, it hurts. It wears you down. So I'm not sure how many games we'll be doing. So I like to try to do a dozen. That leaves 7, because 5 was for Watch Me Suck at Bowling. Let's see how it goes as everybody fades. Counts. You hit the head pin first. Then again, I found every bowling, so long as you take out a valid pin and it bounces off, it's good. Start with 9. Meh, in ducks. It seems after all the stuff I shut down and maybe some updates to some of the other apps, or maybe YouTube itself, it seems to work with the good camera more often now. So until things go bad, we'll keep the good camera going. And I can see it's still going. I like my ability to control a duck pin ball because it's just big enough. The phone reception is dodgy in this area, so may get pixelated, may be fine, might quit. I needed a 6. Oh, I see people saying stuff. I see people saying stuff. Perhaps phone can work. This is... Hello, Chris. Hello, Nico. It's literally in the completely faded section, so I could barely read it. YouTube doesn't think. Maybe you want to scroll further down to read the first comment. stinking Sherman had to put the 4-pin too far to the left, too. Bowling Ducks middle toss at 10 or 9. And there's the first live I wish it was ball 2 moment. Spoiler alert, that happened in WMS when I recorded. 10. And here's the halftime report, which is not saying much. 9, 6, 8, 9, 10. And Candlepin, that would be okay. In DUCKPIN, kind of sucks. Average skill for casual players in DUCKPIN, casual leagues, is about 100 or a little higher. But we go with 100 because that's what most people say is considered good for a casual player. So 90 to 110. So if we don't make 90, unlike 80 in Candlepins, it's mediocre at best. And speaking of, we got the second score sheet here. The high and the Collins Bowladrome high is the same, 147. Low, 58, done at the North Chelmsford Lanes. Short approaches, Moose Pink coming out of way, things went better. I like to have at least 25% of the games be good, and including WMS. Well, I won't tell you how many we need. Just big enough I can't control them. 8. Okay, it's still going. You know what that means? Yes, Chris. Hello, Robert. Focus, well, yeah, it's the phone. We have no control over that. Of course, if we use the really crappy camera, we don't have to worry about it. 2, I'll stink of the bonus balls. What will they add up to? And the only time I got more than one strike in a row was when I got the turkey in Watch Me Suck at North Chelmsford. And again, the way how lackadaisy the Sherman set the pins, it's a miracle if you can get a strike twice in a row. All right, that's an 8 fill, not too bad. We can hit the bottom end of average. I don't know, let me just see, where do I show up? I don't show up anywhere because it's not working. Surprise, surprise. Well, the focus part will be solved because we're going to use cam. Oh, solved. Alrighty. Let's see where I'm at. Yeah, probably when I'm standing there ready to throw, the good camera loses focus. What also hurts here is they use talcum powder for slide. Then the talcum powder gets on the lanes, then the gutters, then they get on the balls. And they get pretty... As Dave Mandler would say, flux capacitor. Only a 6. All right, I need 7 to squeak into the bottom end of it. And in this game, it's pretty good. We failed with 6. As always, if I can fail, I do pretty good at it. 8, then the strike, and then 9, the first 2 balls taking out 8. And then it fell apart there. 2 6s, uh-oh. 89. It also counts in between games, a third 6, and that means it's a slayer. That's game 1. Game number 2. Oh yeah, got to make a habit. Half time and full time. See if anybody says anything. Number 2. To start. There we go. Yeah, that means it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Niner, not bad. A 9 it shall be. Duck pin action saved it from being a half Worcester. I think it might be time to clean the balls again. I did it twice during the taping. If you want to call it taping. That's a 7. Powder gets all over. Since some people ask why don't I use my candlepin bowling balls in September's edition of Watch Me Suck Bowling, I take one of my candlepin balls and put it next to the duckpin balls, and you can definitely see the size difference. It's also small enough that somebody actually tried using candlepin balls and they broke the machine because they're just small enough to go into the pin part of the pin setter. Frame 5. And sinking with it. And now the halftime report. And if you just jumped in, game one was on. The sheet Watch Me Suck was on, and there was room for one game. 9, spare, another 9, which happens to be only in ball 1 when we got knocked them down. Then it falls apart, 7 and 8. Decent 52. These are, again, they still have a bunch of vintage 1970s stuff here. There's nothing really giving it away except here in Massachusetts. You have to dial all 10 digits of the phone number. You have to actually dial the area code. I don't know how many decades it's been. Family meat store. Well, there you go. For an auto repair. Then again, Billerica, it's not bad. I looked it up. Average income for the Billerica area is like 160 grand. Anyway, second half of game 2. Ducks middle digit for now. There we go. All right, now if you are leaving comments and I'm not responding, usually I'm able to say something. Sometimes people leave some and I just can't. But if you're leaving them and I'm ignoring them, like I said, it's kind of dodgy phone service here, so I'm not intending to alpha omega sin people. That's a strike. 2 El Stinkos. Let's see what they add up to. Fortunately, there's a second. Well, Curse of the Phil coming up. Only a 2 on a strike. Both El Stinkos stunk hard. Actually decent out with the 8. Yeah, to hit smack dab average, we need a mark. So actually, we can hit the bottom end of that. Just need 1 point to hit the bottom end of average. They have hand sanitizer at each ball return. Mental note, don't use them. It makes bowling balls sticky, makes it very easy to overthrow. The king mallard remains benign. Almost hit smack dab middle of average skill. 9, strike. 8, unfortunately, ball 1 and 2 only took out 1 apiece. 8 and 9, 98. A little under middle of average. As long as I hit at least 90. Because this game is easier than Candlepin. For someone my size and smaller, not really. So I know people that play Candlepin and are even smaller than I am. They even say they almost can't control the ball at all. They're just big enough that they're just a bit squirrely. Game number 3. Oh yeah, like I said, I don't want to alpha mega sin anyone if somebody said something, and yeah, we can actually do the job now. And someone said hi. Oh, still it's Saul. Nothing against Saul, it's just I thought I saw someone new. That's okay. Everyone's welcome. Game number 3. There we go. And now it's time for everyone's favorite bonus ball, El Stinko. Let's see what this one will be. That's what I say, if it's going to be off, at least hit a pocket. That's a 7. And we have a pin stuck. Good attempt. Niner. This is going to mess up my candle pin game. Oh, this pin setter. It has been setting the 2-pin way too far to the left on occasion. Yeah, the pin setting by the Shermans here ain't the best. Usually it ain't bad. That was lucky. I even found out in 10-pin bounce backs count as long as it hits something valid. Speaking of, it's time for El Stinko the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? These bowling balls and the powder on them. That's a 4. It's weak, but it does something. I think you can even see it right in this area where the lane looks a little lighter than the rest of it. That's talcum powder. Double with 3. Two bounce backs that save things. There we go. Spare. 9. First 7 from ball 1. 8. Spare. 8 again. First ball only knocking down 4. 56. Heading towards middle of average skill. That's 10. Niner. Well, I don't know how well you can see it, but we get the special orange colored head pin. If we can get a strike with that, TNC Bank and Trust once again came back and will give me 25 cents. Let's hope that we make Mario have to tell Tony that they gotta pay. Niner. Two frames to get 6 to hit bottom of average. Avoided another half lister. I don't know if that's a thing in ducks, but here in New England, yeah, the leaves that we have in Candlepin are given to duck pins. Because I've even seen on a Candlepin show the 1, 2, 4, 7 or the 1, 3, 6, 10 being referred to as the 4 horsemen, like it is in Candlepins. I don't know if they call it the rail like they do in 10 pins or if they have a name for it. But here in New England, we tend to use the Candlepins terms, and we tend to use the Candlepin marking system. Something. Niner. Seven to hit 100, which is average skill. Shall do it. Ten, 9, 9, 9, 8. Smack dab middle of average skill for Ducks 101, for the casual player, that is. All right, 2 of the 7. So by laws of average, that means I've made the minimal acceptance. I have at least 25% of the games being 90 or better, which is bottom of average skill or up. And being that the bowling balls are bigger, just enough that I have almost no control of them. And the foot powder thing. Yeah, game 4. And because there were 5 games for September's Watch Me Suck at Bowling, there will be a maximum of 7 games for this live event. Could be worse. So. Come on, YouTube. You can do it. Show me what people have said. Hello, Rocky. They got caught in each other. Wonderful. The King Mallard remains for now. Perfect. Time for El Stink of the bonus ball. What will the bonus be? Let's find out. Believe it or not, the Ducks actually helped. El Stinko stuck with 3. Duck God's middle finger for me. Perfect shot for 10. And here's the halftime report. Lovely 7, 9, spare, 9, first 3 from 1 there, and a 10 at 48. All right, I just hit a point where no one's watching, which happens. And then there's going to be a halftime break. We're at 4 games out of 7, but oh, there's an ugly one. Still hit the bottom of that. It's looking grim. We need 17. They're left with the flux capacitor. It's taken out. That's awesome. If it just wobbled a hair more. Kiss the king mallard for the 10. I need 7 to squeak into bottom end. Yeah, this towel's gonna need to be cleaned up a bit. course, when it all comes down to the final shot, it has to always be crappy leaves. Squeaked it in. Alrighty, you've got to take care of some things definitely. 10, 7, 8, 10, 8. Squeaked it in with a 91. Worst case scenario, 3 of the 7 were good. Now to take care of this towel in a few. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Alrighty. Here I am, I'm back. Aren't you lucky? Alright, now to clear the flowing motion. It isn't all too bad, really. But you can definitely see right there on the return where it's built up. All right, game number 5. Didn't think an extra pound and 3 ounces would hurt, but it does. Where if you're hucking them 30 times at most every game, it hurts. It was too far forward. Nine again. So close. Just missed the middle finger of the bowling gods of the gods. Not that time. And the halftime report. Not looking too good. 8, 9, 9, 10, 7, 43. And we got our special head pin, the orange head pin. And I repeat, because people come in and out of these live streams, if I can get a strike with that head pin, TNC Bank and Trust in Fitchburg will pay me 25 cents. The last thing Mario wants to do is go tell Tony that they have to pay, and so far they haven't had to. So we're either getting an 8 or a 9. Eight it shall be. Ducks middle paw for that. You're going to need to mark to hit average. Average of any kind. Let it be. If we hit it, we've done it wrong. And 10. Can't step around. Need to have a clean plate every time unless we get a mark and a decent fill. Well, kiss a good game goodbye, because that just happened. Yeah, game's junk 6. Two pin yet again, way off spot. Plug her in, she should be unhappy. There she goes. Pin setter, pin setting. Phone being unhappy, being plugged in to a source of power. It hates it. Yay, mediocrity. Like I care. And failure. Here we go. 8, 9, 10, 6, 8, 84. Duck pin, not good. Mediocrity at best. Time for game 6 of 7. I have a feeling this is the collapsing point, because not used to going the distance. I mean, things literally only opened a month ago. Don't do it. Seven. There's something good. Starving for marks. Oh, well, stinkle the bonus balls. And like I say, I repeat because people jump in and out. The only time I ever got more than a strike in a row was at North Chelmsford Lane, and it happened to have been a turkey. Candlepin's the only game where a turkey doesn't necessarily have to be 3 strikes in a row. Well, let's see what a bonus we can get. We got a lovely 2 bonus for a strike from a strike in the second game. Can we better that? The answer is yes, but look at that awful lead. Yeah, for a strike, 7's not the best, but it's good enough. All right, 8 leaves something. King Mallard, everyone was afraid of. Except for that ball. There we go. Now we're finally getting somewhere. It's not the greatest, but we're getting there. 8, 7, a strike. 8, first 2 balls knocking down 7, and then a spare. We are at least 50 without Stinko. 8 will get us to our low single of 58, which to put us in good position for at least a bottom end of average game. Could have been a lot worse. The Ducks did their duck things to give us at least a decent 55 half. It went where I wanted, but I didn't think a spare would happen. Usually it doesn't. Not in nosebleed. Once again, I'll stinkle the bonus ball. What will the bonus be this time? Don't have to hit the wood clearer. That's a nice 8. All right, looks like we're gonna hit it unless we crash hard. King Mallard in the face for 10. 3 frames to get 7 to hit bottom of average, 17 for middle. Nice duck action. Middle duck paw, whatever works for now. There it is. Spread duck wings with prey in one talent. No, that's not going to get it. Oh, lousy 6. and the 8. Alrighty, time for the crash and burn. Spare, 10, first ball knocking down 8, 9, lovely 6, and an 8, average score, ability 106. Alright, majority of the games were good, and the 2-pin is way off again. Let's just try and make this one not be the big whimper like they pretty much almost always are at the end. Final game. Hello, drum machine. There's only going to be 7 games in this live stream because the first 5, to answer drum machine's question, is September's Watch Me Suck at Bowling. There it is, exactly the same as last game's. The spread duck wings with prey in the right-hand side again. Was going for the left, because as Dennis Nuzzle says, less into more. It ends the same way as the other one, 6. Crash and burn, 7. Every good ball is going to be a lousy lead, so this is definitely crash and burn. By far the worst game. May help change things. I don't think it'll save the game. It's still going to be probably a craptacular run. 9. Frozen. Let's cycle through. Hey, let's see if we can end it on the, I don't know if you mentioned this earlier in the stream, tens of tuck. Actually, I think because we're in candlepin land that it's interchangeable. Yeah, I'm just so used to playing candlepin, I just reverted to X's for 10s. Anyway, 9, 6, 7, 8. Spare, all nice and blurry, at least a 40 with El Stinko. Let's see what happens. El Stinko stunk for the pins. 10 fill. On the official scorecard, scoring system that, the scoring, if you don't know how to score a game of bowling, of whether it's candlepin or duckpins, they give you a sheet on how to score things, and apparently here in New England they use the candlepin notation. And they do use the X for 10. It's interchangeable. Just like some of the leaves, like the Four Horsemen and Spread Eagle, that's a candlepin thing, but it's, at least in New England, it's accepted in duckpins. In fact, on the official duckpin website, which I forget what it is, it actually shows a candlepin style score sheet. Anyway, 2 El Stinko the bonus balls. And I repeat myself because people jump in and out of the streams. The only time in duckpins I ever got more than 1 strike in a row was the turkey at North Chelmsford Lanes. Let's see if we can get 2 in a row, or at least a decent fill. El Stinko 1 stunk. So far, we're matching the worst strike fill we had in game number 2, which was a 2. We'll take a spare. Well, even if the game is going to be mediocre at best, it's got a good string of numbers going for it. It's time for El Stinko the bonus ball yet again. Let's see what we get this time. Crash and burn. El Stinko totally stunk with one. Alrighty, to hit bottom end of average, I just need 8 more pins. And I got 2 more frames on top of this to do it. Curse of the fiddle, per usual. That was a 5. 4 to hit bottom end of average, 14 to hit middle of average. Again, that would have been a miracle. We'll take 10. Alrighty, we're just 4 to hit middle of average. Well, we hit it. Too bad we got that for a leave. So best we can do is 8. I mean 9. And that wraps up the day with it. All right, a minor letdown, but it's not a bad game. Hello, Tom, just in time to watch the end. Strike. And then a spare, that making the 10 fill. Then a curse of the fill with a 5, first 1 falling in ball 1. Then a 10 and an 8, 104. Just in the land of average territory. Game number 1 is an 89. That's an 8 and a 9. There it is. Then game number 2, 98, 3, 101. That's average ability in DUCKPIN. 91, bottom end. 84, good in Candlepin, not so much here. 6, 106, and 7, 104, average games. So why just 7? For those of you that just jumped in like Tom, the first 5 members watch me suck at bowling. So there's only 7 games. 7 and 5 is 12. And I've been at it since a little after 1 o'clock. So it's been a very long day. And that'll be it. This is George F551 saying, enjoy it and have a good one. And Tom, hey, you could always go back and see how it started.